of the things that she is proud of is to run SMC, to have a purpose, to be a model to other people. So she is a businesswoman. The segment is about business. So we are going to see Jessica Sinclair on another angle, the businesswoman. So you have a business.
Yes.
First of all, I like to start with names because I'm really a freak about names. You have to have a sexy name for your business. What is the name of your business?
The name of my business is Sinclair Master of Ceremonies.
Sinclair Masters of Ceremony. Sinclair,
Yes.
we know that's the name. Master. That says it. I am the master of whatever it is. Meaning that
Absolutely.
you know it right. So what is Sinclair Master of Ceremony?
Well, Sinclair obviously is my last name, and to master something means that you're working on another level of excellence. You got what it takes to be able to hone a craft, and I think that I have what it takes, and I've honed a craft for many years before I branded myself as a business. So what you see is a woman who can communicate on many different levels and platform and able to command a room, command people's attention. That's the service. The service is commanding an audience, letting people know what is happening, listening, using all nonverbal cues to understand the dynamic of a room. It's not a fly-by-night gig or brand or business. It's something that is truly needed if you really put on an understanding of having an event that is just run from start to finish immaculately. That's what you get with this service.
Okay. He's master of ceremony, different from event planner.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was the same.
Yes, and
Yeah,
that's a
good
great
question.
question,
Yeah,
because
that's-
it
I was gonna
is
ask, yeah.
it is not the same. There's many reasons why. An event planner is there with you from the beginning of your event, helping you find vendors for flowers or fabric, linen, going to the venue with you to do food tasting and things like that. They're more there to do the day-to-day things with the client. With me, I show up the day of, and I help with the program development. So you don't know how to orchestrate your vendors. I put them in a list and say at 10 o'clock, more organization of the day of the event. And I am the voice of the event. The event planner now sets up hours before, making sure things are where they need to be. That is not my job. My job is to be the voice of your event and truly be that entertainer. I'm entertaining as I go on. An event planner is for the most part in the background, watching everything come together nicely. So I like to work with event planners because they know the concept of the event and they know what their client needs, and they want it to be run smoothly. That's what you get with me. There may be something happening that event planner has to attack right then and there, and I know of it, but I'm on the mic. You won't know that with a professional host, a professional master of ceremony. My clients should not know when something is happening. And a lot of the times when you don't have a host, you're the one that they're going to try to clarify communication with X, Y, and Z. I'm the middle person. Everyone at the venue will come to me to say, I need more time. Could you save some more time? An event planner is working in conjunction with the vendor X, Y, and Z, but I'm on the mic. So the show must go on, and the show will always go on with SMC. And
So you are the one that keeps the event interesting.
Exactly. I am not planning your event with you. And when you do hit me up for that, I have vendors that I recommend. I show up day of execution.
So what do you bring with you? Do you? I know last time I was watching you on your website. Like, is that DJ you bring? Like, if would you bring a DJ with you?
Yes.
Or this
So
thing?
right now, it's by the grace of God that things are in the works where I'm having a DJ come part of the package.
Okay.
But if you want solely just an MC, I am available. That is that's the platform. It's solely utilizing me with a DJ, because some people honestly have their DJ in mind that they love. I know Haitian people, for some reason, you have a certain DJ that you want to work with. So I still will show up and work with your DJ professionally. And if you want to use my DJ as well, that's also great. Yeah.
What has gotten you into this business?
Oh, just seeing a void, seeing a need. I mean, I'm a social person. I like to support, go out, have a good time. But when I'm at a conference or I'm at a gala and I don't understand why I'm here or what's happening, or the music's too loud, who do I talk to? I knew that there was a space to maximize, and that's what I did, and that's what I'm doing, is filling a void, because I can't tell you, I look fabulous, people are having a great time at a table, and they forget why they're there because they're just honing in, talking, and things of that nature. When you step out, time is so precious that you want to have a memorable time. Just like what a picture does, it captures a memorable time. I'm giving you that live right then and there. So
I want to ask a follow-up question. So what are some of the events that you cater to? I mean,
Good question. Right now, I do nonprofit, I do galas, I do weddings. It's really great to do empowerment events, conferences. It really is depending on the event or what the client wants. I do fashion shows, dinner parties, engagement parties. So social, a reason for people to come together, and they need something to be run appropriately, professionally, they're going to call me. Right now as well, I am branding and stepping out in another direction and wearing another hat where it's red carpet hosting. And that following, that need is needed, especially for startups. You need people to know about your event. Let someone take over the role of putting eyeballs on your event. Let me and my team come and we go live. Eyeballs on your event. If you see the Oscars, those are, yes, high-level events, but you can have that too.
Yes.
Spend your money accordingly to get the right results is really what the message is. If you want a fly-by-night, person to come and do it, that's great. You want a family member, good for you. But my audience knows a value, and that's what they know, that when they get SMC, they're getting a value added to their event.
Yeah, I think I saw you. I don't remember the name of the event, but you was interviewing this. Singers from Jamaica.
Okay. A reggae artist. Egyptian. Yes. Hi, Egyptian.
Yes.
It was a good time. He's a reggae singer.
Okay.
Got the opportunity to ask him some questions. It was Grammy week. That was excellent. And he opened up. He warmed up to me.
He did a nice job.
Thank you so much. And honestly, this new realm is pretty new. It's really fun. And I got a lot of real
our first caller for the night.
Okay.
Caller, can you tell us your name and where you are listening from? Can you hear?
The volume is low.
The volume is low. I heard Teresa from the Bronx. Okay, it's better now. It's better, Frank. Yes, Teresa, can you tell your name and where you're listening from? Teresa from the Bronx. Do you have a question for Franklin, for Frank, or for our guest?
Hello, Teresa. Thank you for calling in. Oh, that's a good question. My female role model will be my mother. First and foremost, my sister. I always go from within and then go out. You have directors that motivate me. Oprah, she's an Aquarian. Alicia Keys. I mean, people who are conscious of what's happening. A role model to me is someone that you kind of don't idolize, but there's something about them that connects. So I'm more of connecting more than, oh my God, I have a role model, but it's all about a connection. I think everyone kind of plays on my heartstrings, Teresa. So.
Any more questions? That's it?
Thank you, Teresa. Oh, you have more questions. You can call back. If you are number 15, you will receive a gift card of $400.
Oh,
If
wow.
you get the question right.
Don't call
In
15
5
times.
seconds.
Call back. I like
Call
that.
back.
Call your friend, tell them to call.
Yes.
We have money to win and everything. Thank you for your call, and then thank you for listening
Thank
to
you.
the Money Talk Show.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye.
My question, is there a degree for Master of Ceremony? Do you go to school for that, or is it something that you just have a gift?
There is no school for a Master of Ceremony, and that's really a good question. But I do have a background in communication and media with a focus in public relations and event planning. So I went that direction because I love to talk, naturally love to communicate, but I think having that skill set and having a passion, it just made sense to share this natural gift, because a lot of the times I prepare and I don't necessarily have to look on cue cards and things. I naturally love to talk to people. Like I told you from the first segment, when you're a personable person, people can sniff out a phony and things like that. I have yet to have a client that said your burst of energy was not infectious. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the fourth hour of an event and you're still smiling and bubbly. That's very rare. And I've been told I have a natural gift.
Yeah.
So that was a good question.
Yeah.
And
I think I just want to add that. I think as once you humble, you honest with people, and you be yourself, you attract other people. So people usually, feel that sense, that vibe. So
Yeah.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I told you that was gonna be the whole night. You're right. You're beautiful. You're this. You're that.
Oh my
Oh
God.
Lord, these guys are showing me.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, this is something. I have to say that I am a very demanding person. Especially like when I was in my home country, Haiti, I would go to a friend's house. They're having an event. I would go and have a good time with them. But here in the United States, you don't even have time to eat a warm plate of food. You go to an event, and sometimes you already know what's gonna happen. You go there, you sit down, listen to some music, eat some food, and then go back home. It's like there is nothing into it. There is nothing enticing, interesting, and you feel like something's missing. And you never know. Somebody comes to your event. It might be the only event that person goes to for the whole year. So you have the opportunity to make an impact on that person.
Exactly.
They can go to that event and talk about that event for the rest of their lives.
That's
I
it.
went to this party. I went to this wedding, and it was like the best time of my life. And nowadays, people put it in social media. And they talk about it forever. So everybody has the opportunity to make a good impression, not only for themselves, for everybody that are close to them. As far as hiring a master of ceremony that gives a purpose to their event, give a sense to their event. And my only question would be, what is something like different that you bring to an event that a regular event wouldn't? Do you come up with the idea based on the person, on a cultural basis?
Absolutely.
How
Based
does
on
it
the
work?
event.
Yes.
On the wedding, you have to have.
Yeah.
So you call me up, you tell me about your event, you are getting a kit. You are filling out a questionnaire, because I truly believe in professionalism in a system. So I will then email you your questionnaire, and so I can get the aesthetic of the event, what your theme is. Then I will then ask you, do you have a program already? If you do, let me take a look at it in advance so I can tweak it if need be. And if you want my expertise, then you're gonna get SMCs, and that is going to be based on your survey and how unique you are. My couples that I book, I have to speak with them together because I need to see their personality. You may have one that's a little bit more stern, and then you want to have the turn-up king. I have to merge both of these people on their one day to get it right, so like he said, so they can remember it. So it takes homework. And I put the work in from start to finish. When I arrive, then the show is on you. I'm your cheerleader. I'm that hype person to make sure that you are never gonna forget that you had an event with Sinclair Master Ceremonies. It's just the little things to detail. I'm very detail oriented. And if you're going to take pictures, it's just like, oh my God, wait a minute, you didn't put your lipstick on. You know what I mean? It's just always being a step ahead and always being as creative as I can for the different backgrounds and different levels of client that I accrue.
So everything will be based on the event. Like, okay, let's say, would you do a funeral? Like, I know you're not turning it up, but I guess you have to bring that emotion or something. You know,
Absolutely.
where yeah, they're mourning, but can it be like where you're gonna give them that peace of mind,
Compassion,
compassion,
absolutely.
all these things,
And like I tell you, it goes back to why I'm in this personable type of field.
Yes.
Because I naturally love a human. I love a
Yes.
person. So every event will you'll get a different Jessica based on it. If I'm at a funeral, I'm more there to be that person to maybe have you speak to just certain types of people.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get that nurturing Jessica.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what? Right now is not a good time. Redirecting people of that nature. But there's no event that is gonna get the same Jessica. No.
Okay.
To answer the original question, every event has a different level of appropriateness, and I have to alter that. Absolutely, that was a good question.
Yeah.
All right. Is SMC one-man show?
A one-woman show.
Well, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll let him fix that.
Yeah.
I'll let him fix it. Here you go.
One-woman show.
Every time he opens his mouth,
I'm trying to help you out. You see?
Yeah,
It's just the expression.
yeah, it's the expression.
But
But
I kind of like it because it shows like I'm the man, you know?
there he goes again.
Yes.
People,
Oh my God, forgive him, please.
he means well.
Yes.
He means well. It's a good question. I am a sole proprietor. It's myself. I have my project coordinator, that's Trisha Sinclair, who is on the road with me to record, so I'm grateful for her. I am also looking for an assistant in the near future. So the brand will, as the work comes and as you move in the direction of getting more business, you gotta develop a team, and that's very key for me. I know people call me, let's do this, let's do this show. We need a team, and that's very strategic.
And do you have like different packages? Like you're talking about red carpet service. Do you have different packages?
Every package is curtailed to the type of event, the crowd. So there's different ways of putting together a package. If you have 50-person room, I wouldn't, dare to. I mean, there's people out there, but I wouldn't charge you like the room has 500 people. It depends on the event. And again, the survey, like I said, it's a professional kit that you will get sent, a welcome kit in the email, and it's very cute. Marketing, is a background, and I always want to make it feel special. So I work with the people on price, but again, you need to know the quality that you're booking. Okay, so that's very important. It really is for the livelihood.
Frank, you have a question? Or can I ask a question?
Go ahead, you could.
I know, just agree.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, Lord.
So this is really new. Now he's sweating. He's wiping his nose.
He's not sweating. He's smiling.
Oh, he's smiling.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
he's nervous.
He's smiling. So my question is, nowadays, like whatever people want to do, they go on YouTube, they go online to look for ideas how to do things. And I was wondering, how is the competition in this industry?
That's a good question. I think it depends on, again, where you're located. On Long Island, it's me and others who are wearing hats that they probably shouldn't. So there's competition in the city, but there's a different market. I mean, you have people that use MC loosely, and they are more comedians, or they're an MC and they're in a club, a nighttime scene. You're not going to see SMC really at a nightclub. Okay. So the type of clientele dictates what type of competition I think is out there. There's people that I do meet on social media that are killing it in their respective fields. But to say I have a competitor next door on Long Island, It's Sinclair Master of Ceremonies right now. I got it
That's
on lock.
it. No
And,
competition.
You know what I mean? And if there is truly, I have such tunnel vision, and I think that I stay in my lane.
Yes.
And if you have a lane that's out there that's working, kudos to you, and more power to you. But I'm here. I'm me, and I'm not worried about that. See, this is the Jessica
She's so
Sinclair hour.
confident. I
Well,
like
you know
that.
what?
Yeah.
It's something that I had to learn to be,
Yeah.
and it's something that it's not going to change. It's who you're gonna get,
it.
and it's great to be confident. I don't
Yes.
want any girl, woman out there listening to not own your confidence, because
right.
it's how you get
And
to the
then when
next
you
level.
walk in the room, people
Oh
need
yeah,
to see you coming from a mile away, right?
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like I said, it goes back to the foundation. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? My brother Pablo Sinclair is a very confident man. I love him dearly, and he's someone definitely who I see do it with ease,
Okay.
and so it's important.
Saying that, I just want to jump in.
Thank you.
You're gonna make me forget my question. So, I know, like, you're a professional. Was there like a one time that maybe you had a cold, you were sick, you wasn't feeling well? How did you manage that? To perform your best?
You see
at
that
work.
thing? You see God? He is so good.
Yeah.
I have yet to run into that type of situation in my 2-year, just hit the 2-year mark. This year will be my 2-year run. And
Nice.
God has been good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited for the year already. It's February, and I'm booked and blessed. And I drink a lot of ginger tea.
Yes.
We do a lot of remedies at home, but it's in the contract. We'll work it out. We'll
Okay.
work it out.
My other questions comes with another stereotype. I'm sorry. It's
I
like
knew
that.
it.
Let me hold that chair. Don't hit him.
I'm sorry. It's like that. Like handling events for people, especially women. Women are very demanding, in particular in what they want. They want certain colors. They want the thing exactly the way they are. I know you are confident. You've been doing this for a while. Does it ever come a time where you deal with a lot of stress and thinking like, okay, I might not be delivering exactly what that person needs? Thinking about a woman that one. I want this to
It could be a bit.
Yeah.
I know some women about their event. They would go off if one color does not go right. Does it come with a lot of stress, even if you have a lot of confidence and what you can do, what you will do? Does it come with stress sometimes?
It does come with stress because, again, you're in the service business, and a lot of the things that I do is live. It's right now. It's showtime. And so if I have a client that is a little bit service, right? There's a lot of factors. They have a lot on their plate. How do I reduce stress? And that does, for me, is what I do a lot of my deep breathing, talking to myself and saying, whatever I can do to alter whatever inconvenience it is, I'm going to do. But the confidence is still going to be there. But of course, you're going to check yourself. You're human, right? So, and a lot of the times I realize it's not me, it's them. Something happened, something triggered it. And so let me put my friend hat on and not be the professional and say, you know what, is everything okay? You know what I mean? Get to their level to make them smile again, because at some point they knew why they booked me, right? And so with events, things happen all the time.
Yeah.
Things happen all the time. And I tell them, once I see them, I'm always at an event an hour before I'm there, because I
Nice.
want to skim the room and I want to have that one-on-one moment with my client and say, okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
This is what we've been talking about, communicating about, is your day is here to feel the vibe. So I have some time to change that vibe.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
A lot of things happen. Sometimes it could be like, hey, they're short of money.
Something.
Yeah, especially that
Something.
wedding, something always going on.
Right, and that's why
Yeah.
an event planner is good to have there, because some people don't have an event planner. So I kind of have to manage
Wear both
them.
hats.
Exactly. So I love when there's an event planner around, so I can definitely have that buffer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a man.
Oh,
Again,
Lord. Oh,
I have to
God.
get there. I don't feel like it's a lot of activity. You said you were booked for February, my question would be, let's say someone wanna go into this industry. Can someone live totally off of that, or do you have to have like a side job, a second job to help you sustain or something?
Well, I think with any business, it depends on what point of the business are you.
Yes.
Are you a beginner? Are you 5 years or plus? You know what I mean? Is it clientele that is coming effortlessly? You know, if you're starting out, I'm not going to tell you honestly to go quit your day job, because it is tough. It is difficult because you're getting booking based on how people feel. Just like a product, you know, they have, you know, you buy something based on how you feel.
You're selling yourself.
Yes. And sometimes you have a great meeting, but you don't get the booking, or that you may not even be in the budget. You know what I mean? So right now, I would not tell someone just starting out with no real experience to quit their job. However, when you do have more time in your schedule, you have more growth within it. And I say that because I'm at a point where I am focused more on the business side because I have time to do that, and it's a different type of result.
Yeah,
So it's tough. But in the beginning, I would say get the steady income to fuel your business, to get more airtime. If you know, depending on what you want to do with your marketing, but you need money to, unless you're getting an angel investor or some type of investor. I think you should have your steady income. Or some people just bite the bullet and say, "Hey, I'm going all in," and bravo to them. You know what I mean?
I, as a business owner, I just want to add this in, because normally if you're doing another business, you're really not in business. Like, let's say you're working part time, and you know there's a lot of things that you're gonna miss out on the business. You know, you won't be able to answer your call. You know, it's just like until you really, you know, put all in, and you know that's when you're really doing the business. So yeah, I would say to the listener, if you want to do something, put in the time, get get a loan. You know, if it's something that you really want to do, just give it your best.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And if you can juggle both and still get some good results for the beginning part, then do that. Absolutely. It just, like you said, depends on the goal, what you want to do.
Right.
Frankie's talking about he's a business owner. How does other business owners work with you? How do you work with them? How do you feel about working with people that are in your community, other business owners? Because sometimes, I don't know if it is the spirit of competition. It's like we don't support each other. How do you feel about that?
It's one of those questions, right? That kind of make you take a deep breath in, because we were, and I say program loosely, but we came here to be workers. And so when people go against the grain or go against the norm, then you feel that there's backlash or there's no support. Every entrepreneur thus far who I have met has felt the same way. And I think why is because we stepped out to do something different. And a worker bee is programmed to be a worker bee, and whatever I'm selling or doing, it's always not going to be something of worth to you because I'm doing something different. And we have so many talents as a community. It's a shame that we can't repost someone's work. We can't refer them, because you think that extra dollar that I stayed up all night to get to go over a program, it is not easy. Yeah, I mean, it's not easy. And I think that once they see how hard it is to manage a business, they will be more reluctant to say, you know what, I'm going to repost. Not that Jessica's better than me. Jessica's putting in the work. It's all about the mindset shift. And I try to surround myself with like-minded people, and it's very important, because I'm not here to change your mind. Like I said before, if you can learn and alter it, then I won. We have to change and alter. It's the time to do that. We have affluent people in our community who are doing work with other people because they have the same like-mindedness. We have to support each other. That's the only way we are going to get to the next level. If the Jewish community can circle money days and days and days before it gets out the community, why can't African American people do it? Why? You know, and I know it's Black History Month, and people still feel sensitive of what has happened to us as a society, but you have the internet, you have ways to try to learn the truth. And when you are empowered and when you are educated, you start questioning things differently. And it could be really scary, the information, people, that's really out there. It could be scary, but it's necessary to have another idea of what is really happening around you. We were always destined to be leaders. But something happened, right? And all that got taken away from us. So now we're building, and we're separating each other from each other for that $1 sign that we all can have. And that's when he said about the competition. There's always going to be competition, but there's room for us to all climb that ladder. And I think that if there's nothing else your viewers get tonight from the message, there's room for all of us.
I don't know. This thing make me emotional.
Me
because,
too.
You know, I just sorry to cut you off because I find as a business owner, I feel like our people don't support us, you know, and they come to us as, you know, they always want to lowball a price. You know, they feel like we're not worth the, you know, the fee that we're charging them. Some of them get jealous, you know, because like, okay, you don't know how many work do I put in. I work so hard, sometimes work 7 days a week, you know, and work 12 hours. And then to see me just getting ahead just a little bit, you get jealous. You know, it's sad. I mean, I don't know whether we've been brainwashed, you know, that for us to not want to support each other. I really don't know. I think that even after we no longer slave, but we still have that slave mentality, which is, you know, it's sad.
It
is.
Know? I mean,
I'm sorry. I just get so
emotional.
emotional.
No, I feel the same way, but I try to change my mindset and put my emotions to use because they're, like you said, the brainwashing. It's in the media. You know. It is how the education system was built upon. There's things that we didn't learn about. We learned their way of history. And so it's her history time. It's his history time. Right. And there's a lot of resources at your fingertips that you can get information. But I can't stress enough that in order for us to really be game changers, we have to unite. And it's as simple as working on the local level. Go to your county legislator's office. Unite together, right? Start chat rooms. I mean, it just goes back to surrounding yourself with like-minded folks to really and truly get results. And my people who are listening, we are so great together. We have to do better. We have to do better because we all have the same amount of time in the day. And if I'm up at 2 a.m. working on a project, don't hate on me when you see me all jazzed up at an event.
Support us. Caller?
Yes. Hi. Can you state where you're calling from and what's your name? Okay. But thank you. We appreciate you calling because you're the only one calling down.
We had a technical difficulty.
Before, yes.
Okay.
You get butterfly.
Yes, I mean, the challenges are far in between. You know, I definitely get butterflies. Is the reception? Are they really going to understand, like, get the message, get the idea? Are they going to buy in on me saying, clap your hands, clap your hands? You know what I mean? Somebody could be in the front just not clapping hands. and Teresa, I've learned that person is not who I'm selling to. They're no longer, I mean, they're important. But if I have 20 other people clapping their hands, I'm zoning in. I zone them out. So I think that as an MC, you sometimes have to zone out the ones that are just stiff as a log. And go with me, I'm a type A. I'm going to try my best to change that one person, but as I've grown to conserve my energy, which is another thing, you can run out of steam if you don't monitor that.
Yeah.
That's what a professional does. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I really and truly just really try to think outside the box to just get everyone on board. But
Yeah.
that could be definitely a setback. I mean, I'm here to have a good time.
I see you get that.
Oh, really? Oh, you see?
Yeah, I watched the video. Yeah, hey, I had to interview her today, so I had to watch the video.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to get you
the-
moving.
Yeah. So the correct, exactly. So, and that's why preparation is so important, is to get to know what you're getting yourself into from the jump weeks before you get there. You want to know what your audience is, but yeah, not getting the participation could be difficult at times, for sure. So I don't know if you can. Oh, you're welcome, honey. Thank you for calling.
Thank you
back.
very much for your question, Teresa. You can call again.
You're number 2 now.
You
Guys,
almost
call
there.
in. if
Almost
you
there.
want those.
What time is
For
it?
the $400, we
Oh
still
my
have
God.
27 minutes.
Oh, Lord. I'm sweating here.
What about?
Number 50 is ready, number 52.
I'm pretty sure it's not about the colors.
Oh, my God. But I'm talking about the caller, man.
So
got 27
Jessica
minutes.
won an award. So that's gonna be our third section. But before we get there, we're gonna take a quick music break. Before I remind my listeners, the phone number to call if you have a question is 516-280-7486. 516-280-7486. I'm looking at a lot of people commenting on Frank's video live. If you have the questions, it's 516-280-7486. DJ Youngly, some people don't want to call. They ask a question through our live. So please let us know. So
The famous DJ Young Lee. Alright?
So we're gonna take a quick music break and then we're gonna talk about award because we have a award winning in the house. We're gonna talk about that.